A travel name to join the party here today. Save, guys. Spirit Airlines. Look at the volume just coming in here for Save. Went through 38 immediately up to about 38.80. So coming into recent highs.
Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. A little bit late stream, but it is what it is. We're still doing it.
We'll have a look across the board. I didn't see any news there, and I always want to make sure we're not trading blind. I'm going to come back to NBIS because it does hold up. We talked about how key was going to be that 15 to 15.20 area, so we give that failed break look.
Alrighty.
Now holding the top end of the range, I can zoom back in for you here. The market's showing at least some signs of trying to roll back over. You're holding on that. You're holding on the ES. You're holding on the Nasdaq at the top. So if you do turn, and you got to look at something like an NBIS to pull back in. I still am going to go with that GameStop reopen play. Sorry, not reopen play, top end break, and then watching that ENTX. I'm not done with that puppy just yet. It should be opening up in about 5 or 10 seconds or so. If it opens down, that's going to get very ugly, potentially very fast. I still hold my GE shares as it's right back in. I thought we'd get like 1270, 1280 where I liked it. We're turning right around, trying to.
Alright, so I took a couple. I took a trade already on the market open. Let's see. Yeah, I took this trade right over here. I took on a Dow. Just made a quick R on it. You know, nothing too serious about that. So yeah, I made some quick money on that. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Give me 1 second.
Okay, back on the other side of things right now. Let's go back over to Boeing. We're still trying to take this out. We talked about that 260 level, maybe some sort of psychological level. We keep bumping up against it, man. I mean, we're at the 259.30. It just keeps on staring that in the face. I think that there's a very, very big opportunity to break out of that 260 level there.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I took a trade on the Dow Jones.
We saw what happened on Palantir, but it is worth holding a little bit, like we've been doing on Boeing. And just as I said, there's consolidation up here right now. So, like normally we would take that, but I'd rather it fall back down here.
And we're looking at the Nasdaq right now. I don't know. So we're definitely at a key level. If it basically rejects this level, like I feel like we're gonna continue going down, all the way down, back to the lows. So we'll see. We'll see. Today we're at a really significant spot. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the Nasdaq right now. You know, I'm inclined to take long and shorts on the Nasdaq today, just because we're look at that like that that level right there.
So Palantir just chilling out in third place right now. But yeah, Palantir and Boeing, big trades, and GE, obviously big trades for us. What's going on with Apple right now? This has been a weird one. I think you still got to buy Apple on weakness. I've switched.
But let me go ahead and show you guys my swing trade on gold. So I mean, so far pretty good. I mean, I took it on the top right there. I was in a little bit of drawdown, right? But I mean, it fell really fast once we, during the London session, during the nightly session, Asian session or whatever. So I'm definitely happy about that. In total we're up about 1.3 R. I closed half. I already locked myself up break even, so I can't lose on this trade. So again, it's a swing trade based on my scalping system as well as my beliefs in the market. So I knew that most likely, since we saw a rejection right over here, we would see kind of a push back toward the swing direction. So that was like my whole idea for the swing trade. Taking it back all the way down, because it is very bearish on the higher time frames, and you cannot ignore that, right? So took that as my excuse me, I took that as my advantage, and yeah, I made a couple bucks on that. I'm still holding. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold a little piece for the weekend toward this, toward right over here, which is about 2.4 or toward the lows. So far I caught. Let me see. I caught about basically 20 bucks, or you could say 2,000 pips. So yeah, definitely happy about that. Just swinging it. I could have definitely added a little bit more risk to this trade for sure, but at the same time, I'm not gonna, I don't trade gold as much as I do with these other instruments. So there has to be some kind of rules for that, for me at least. not to jump into an instrument that I usually don't trade and, you know, start risking about 1% and etc. So it is what it is, but you know, I made money on that and that's what I'm happy. You know, next time once I see another idea present itself, then for sure I'll go ahead and you know, execute it.
You're making money. I mean, that's the number one thing that we want for everybody. We want everybody to have fun with us, make some money, and then hopefully we're here to
Right, Nasdaq is pushing down right now.
educate you, and then hopefully have you along with the ride, so that we can all, you know, make a little bit of money. And if you've been watching us today, I have 0 negative stops on board right now. So it's been a big day for me, and I hope it's been the same for you. DraftKings now looking at the top spot again. $72. We're trying to get excited here. Look at the Nasdaq though dropping a bit here, and DraftKings holding up. So I think that, you know, any sort of a drop down here, 70, 70, 50.
Give me 1 second.
So could be bought here for DraftKings. As I'm just looking at that stock, why it remains high when normally it retraces against the Nasdaq. So a good little look there. And then my friend Boeing does the exact same dance again at that literally at the same level, 259.25. So we'll wait. I'm going to adjust my out probably here, 257.50, probably an out to make sure we capture that $2. Look, a $2 winner is great. A $4 winner is better, but a break of 60 gives us some actionable events. So let's wait to see what happens here on board.
Yeah, and remember NIO cuts that loss in half. I remember I like 46 and 48 levels to fade off, so we're being very, very patient. When you get a screaming move like this in NIO, I mean, the market is still hanging at those bottoms, and if the market does flush, I mean, Neil's probably going to go with it, but you can always wait for a breakdown at like 14.20 or 14.34, 14.50, 14.25, somewhere in this range for a quick little breakdown. So
it looks like Nasdaq is falling right now.
A push up, and then the market sort of
MACD goes below the 0 line again. 15-minute liquid 50 still in, in the sell zone. MACD still below the 0 line, so it's still giving us kind of a more short bias right now.
That 100 mark tries to rebound. So you start thinking about if we do start to turn more negative here, like 12.8 on the Nasdaq, if that's going to break here. I think the ES is trying to hold like 39.12. I mean 39.08 potentially is the morning low around that price. If those kind of supports break, this is exactly why you want to be patient with a stock like this, because below 98. Start thinking about getting into this like 90 to 92 range here. So be very, very careful with some of these higher valuation names. And CPNG cannot get any bounce off that 49. I mean, it held yesterday's low, the IPO low price, which is also the closing price, and it's literally bouncing 25 pennies. That's all. And if it crushes to that bottom, I got to have that one short. But first, we got to go to Brendan for our small cap recap.
I'm going short right now on the Nasdaq.
Small cap world, Lordstown, it was 2.9 billion at the start of the day, so we're kind of there, I guess, as far as small cap is concerned. We're down to, what is it now? 14. So 15 was this consolidation we were talking about on the initial move on that Hindenburg report. Just could not bounce going into the open, so it gave you a really nice flush all the way down to 1340. But since then, I mean, it's just kind of chopping around, not really doing a lot. So 15 at the top and then 50 at the bottom. Heads up on that one. Yeah, let's go over to the next one, guys, if we can, and look at a couple more here for, that's not the next one. So I was going to show you EXNT was the other one, and then a couple more. I'll come back with that. But as far as ride is concerned, 1350 down here for support, guys. But buyers at 14 at this point for ride, guys.
Okay, so there it is, man. We just fried up that profits. We'll do Gronk spike right there. We take a small position through 260, but there it is, man. A $5 winner for you on Boeing right there, out at 260, guys. And then we did take a little bit of a long here just to see if 260 does get excited again for us. Here it goes. We're long at 260.09 right now. So we'll see about an upside move, but that's a $5 winner right there. So hell yeah, we'll catch that pizza for Neil. Neil will catch that for me all day long right there. A good little trade on Boeing. And just like Russell there on the chat, thank you so much for everything. And we will today catch another big winner. And look, there it is, man. How many trades do you need, right? You need 1 or 2 or 3 trades. Today we're going to go 4 for 4, but this is a big one. Here it goes, through 260 again. Let's take a piece off 261 if we can get it, guys.
And watch this consolidation over here in ENTX. Now, I know GameStop's near the high. I'm going to take that if it goes. But
looks like Tesla's down right now.
Of course, I had this. It didn't win. 820 on a break. If it holds VWAP and breaks back up, it's all pure momentum play there. And AE
It's falling right now. Let's see.
All right, take two. Technical issues, guys. Bear with. Seal here, SEEL was another one that we were talking about in the pre-market. Was up to 410. Tested it right before the open, gave you a nice flush. We're back below that level, so it needs to hold 410, I feel, to get down a little bit more. So watch SEEL, GIGN, the other one, 430. Was very boring, could not even bounce if it tried. So 430 down to 4 on GIGM was the other one I was talking about, guys.
There you go, Brent. So thank you for that. Look at that. I mean, he figures it out. He gets it all worked in. And the AVEO, I just want to come back to his name. Was talking about it. It broke that previous close was 1187. We talked about that key price, but hold. Breaks down. I actually have a bid down here. You can see. I mean, there was. This is not really much volume, but there was.
Looks like GameStop is going parabolic right now. We're at almost $300. Freaking insane on GameStop. Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's insane. Honestly, extremely insane. AMC. It's doing its thing. It is doing its thing.
So if I'm intending to make a breakout, I always want to take some profit wherever the first stall is. It was right at that dollar mark. So
I think it's gonna continue going higher today as well, just like GameStop. We're about 7% up today. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
85, if it breaks 85, I'll make a buck. I'll lose 2. Way to manage risk here. But if it goes, I don't see any way that we're not testing 290 and then 300. So let's see if GameStop can't go on the run. This is what we waited for. A little bit patiently. Let's go GME.
Yeah, good. I mean, you got to play some of these names that are popping today, like GME. Let's go over to AMC quickly just to see if there's. Yeah, it's the same. I mean, not the same kind of action, but AMC up 7%, and I think GameStop was up about 10.
11, yeah.
Yeah, 11 or so. So GameStop.
Yeah, 10%.
Right now as well. Still looking at that 288. But
very interesting.
Back down. And this is what we said, guys, about Palantir. Like, we're getting ready to maybe strike again. It's coming back down to VWAP right now. But the NASDAQ is right back to sort of its days low here again. So, you know, it started to get going. It got really excited there, up to 2650 pounds here, but then basically just faded back down. So,
Yeah, market looks significantly down right now. Dow Jones is a little bit up at break even right now.
Looks like a possible buy at these levels. So let's try to be patient and maybe pick some up right now on Palantir. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe a break back above 26 just to make sure that we're right on this one. Yeah, let's take a break back above 26 on Palantir, and then maybe use the low it just made as our out. So if it breaks back 26, let's go a little harder on Palantir, guys.
And I'm going to go with dodging the grenade there. Got out at the almost the very top. Took some out in front of that 89 in GME. And then the last quarter of it, it breaks back down. So a breakout trade of in and out quickly. That's how you preserve your profit. Now, CPNG, we talked about that recent IPO. And look, it takes out.
Looks like Dow is coming back down.
That even dollar below it. And that's what I waited for.
AMC's trying to pull back.
Short side. It just cracked 48. Whatever. I can show you level 2 because, I mean, the charts are useless. Let's look at that 1 minute. It just cracked that 48.50 level. There's not a heck of a lot in terms of liquidity.
Looks like Blueberry's trying to come back. I mean, Blackberry, not Blueberry.
So at this point, it's just play the momentum. If it breaks back above that 49, I know there was some cover at 49.50. Lots of chop through that particular price. So if I come back to this is what I'm talking about here. There's lots of chop between 49 and 49.50. So if I give it back to that range, I know I've got.
Market looks a little bit choppy right now, especially on the Dow.
Don't have obvious levels to work off of. Think of the psychological ones.
Looks like Dow is trying to maybe pull back toward the 200 right now.
It was not a well-received IPO yesterday. You're not seeing much change here today.
Nope. And okay, so Ford, guys, if you've been rolling with me on Ford, then
very interesting.
Drop the grenades around because we're at 52-week highs right now on Ford. We talked about buying this one a hell of a long time ago, and we did it, and it's been a big trade for us. As well as, guys...
Yeah, I'm already up 1% for the day, so I'm not going to go ahead and try swinging the fences, especially on a Friday. You know, this week has been pretty choppy on the NASDAQ at least. So I'm not going to go ahead. Like, I am in profit right now on this little trade right now. But yeah, just super choppy. So I'm going to hold a low piece out of this one and then just keep it basically open for the rest of the day, and then I'm basically done for the day, to be honest. Because I mean, I took a trade on the Dow Jones. Yeah, I took a trade on the Dow. So I took a trade right over here. I took a long on this pullback right over here. Took a long and made about 1R on that. So I'm actually happy with today. And I took some profits on my gold swing trade. So holy crap, yeah, freaking Nasdaq is falling through the roof right now. So I'm actually, I'm pretty chill right now. I'm not trying to, swing the fences or anything like that. So holy crap, yeah, Nasdaq is literally falling through the roof right now.
And obviously, this is gonna be the result. I wanted to fade NIO, and I gave you guys 46 as a potential price. Goes to 45.20. So it is. I wanted to be shorting, and then you got a pop, and the market does go down.
Oh man, I failed to take that on my freaking on my scalping account. That's an L right there. Yeah, but I'm up 1.5 on that right now. I have my locks up at break even, so I can't lose on this trade. Now I'm sitting up about more than 1.5% for the day, so I'm chilling right now. I'm not really trying to swing the fences anymore. I wasn't even really swinging the fences today either. But yeah, I mean, I made about like 0.5% on the Dow, on Dow Jones, right? Just basically scalping it all the way up to 1R from, this level right over here. Small risk, not too much, but RR gives me some reward on that, and then basically, yeah, I closed fully at 1R, so I was risking about 0.5%. Closed fully at 1R because I knew there was divergence forming, so I knew that there's a possibility on price action coming back down, that's what we're seeing right now. And then yeah, I took my swing trade on the gold trade. I explained it yesterday, basically on why I took the gold trade and why I liked it a lot. And yeah, I mean, it paid me good. It was a little bit in drawdown, but it respected levels really well. Liquid 50 respected, MACD respected, and it paid me money today. So it's literally all about your edge. It's literally all about your systems that you trade in. Like, this is a particular system that, I mean, like it goes in hand with the scalping system. Like it takes a lot of beliefs from it. But I mean, maybe I'll put it in the course or something like that. It's a swing trading thing that I use a lot on specific pairs that I have an edge on, like USD/JPY, on Euro USD and stuff like that. But I just saw this opportunity on gold, and the higher time frames made sense, the intraday made sense, and it just all came together. So whenever I see that, that's kind of gives me an extra edge, telling me that there's a very likely probability out of this level that gold is going to reverse back down. So that's what I did. What could I have done better is, again, just risking a little bit more on this gold trade. So I risked about 0.5%. I should have just risked about, a little bit more than 0.5%, just probably like, 1% or something like that. But it is what it is. You learn from it. Next time I will for sure increase my risk. And like I said again, since I don't trade gold too much, I'm not gonna go ahead and just go like basically full retard Wall Street bets mode or whatever. So I mean, today it's pretty good. I mean, I'm up more than 1.5% for today, so I'm definitely happy. I hit my goal. My goal is always 1% daily, which I hit. So with a mix of my Dow Jones little scalp that I took off this level, and then as well as just right now I took Nasdaq short. I have my locks up at break even, so I may get stopped out right now if it does pull back. But just basically, yeah, it's super choppy right now on the Nasdaq. So if I get stopped, I think I'm gonna get stopped out right now. And bum bum bum. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get stopped out right now. So I mean, honestly, this is more of a kind of a breakout trade. It's called a collapsing dragon trade. It's a system that I use on basically on key point levels where I think it's gonna collapse. It's not specifically off like the scalping system where it's off at level and then you see primary levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. It's more meant of basically a breakout out of the swing highs trade. You see a big reversal back toward the upside on the market open, right? And then if it finally started coming down, so I use that, you know, that's one of the motives for when I use Collapsing Dragon. One of the key stuff that I use Collapsing Dragon is whenever we see a push back up in the market open, and then we start reversing, you know, there's a very good probability that it's going to come back down, you know, and just reverse hard. So that's the Collapsing Dragon. So I took that just basically off the lows right over here based on, you know, this particular system right over here. I don't think I have it here. Oops. Like right over here, I took it off based on, you know, this kind of system, and I just do that if I don't find any good entries on my scalping system. I mean, you can see here that we had some divergence here, but I wasn't really interested in taking it long today, just because the 800 EMA was in the way. You know, so if it broke toward the 800 EMA, I would for sure go ahead and take a long. But I mean, I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really too sure that it was going to do that, because the Nasdaq has more of that bearish time frame, bearish bias than anything right now. But if I took that, I would have made about 1 R on that. Taking that long. But oh yeah, so I also this is an amazing trade, guys. Freaking amazing trade. Like, I'm actually a little bit pissed on myself. I am pissed basically on, you know, not being able to kind of execute accordingly to this trade. I should have just entered again. It was a little bit my fault, like entered again on this trade, but I mean, it is what it is. But I took this last night, so it went all the way down to 1 R right over here, and I, you know, I locked my stop at break even, and I closed, you know, a little bit more than 50%, and it basically just stopped me out like that. And I was like, okay, crap, and basically just freaking fell all the way down right over here. So this is, I'm gonna put this in my course, in my case studies, but it just came all the way down, and divergence here came all the way up, made a swing high, lower high, and just continued to fall all the way down. Look at that momentum, all the way down, and then makes kind of like a little bottom right over here off this level. So I mean, like, just bro, like an insane trade. 25 R, 25 execution R. And this is a very probable trade. You know, it is my fault for missing out on this trade. You know, I got stopped out, and I didn't re-enter. I did take a similar entry on the Dow Jones. But again, it is what it is. You know, you can't do anything about it. But I mean, like, look at that. Just an insane swing, lower high right there. Comes all the way down. Falls about, what is it? 290 points, which is insane, and it, you know, falls about about 2.2% right there. So yeah, just a very insane drop right there. 25 execution R, guys. That's a lot. 25x on this trade that I made money on, but I got stopped out early. So that's, you know, that's kind of my life right there. You know, sometimes I get stopped out, and you know, it is what it is. You gotta learn from it. I don't know. We'll see what we do here. There's divergence right now on the Nasdaq, so I mean, I'm a little bit uneasy. Actually, wait, am I tripping? I think I am tripping. Yeah, I think I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah, not one, but two actual price target increases on M today.
I may just take a little scalp back toward the downside, because I do think we're gonna come back down right now. So I may do that, you know, ADR, maybe hold a little bit piece until tomorrow. I mean, until like the weekend. But yeah, I mean, that it is what it is. I mean, I'm up more than 1% today. I hit my goal. I'm happy. I'm not gonna try to stay too long in the charts today because it is a Friday. But again, like, you know, just very grateful. Oops. Yeah, I just took a short right now. Small risk for today. But anyway, so I just took that short. I took it very small, so not too big of a size. But yeah, so yeah, so I mean, good day. Go pay me good. And we'll see what we do here on gold later today if we continue to fall and break toward the lows again. But at the same time, it is what it is. I'm going to hold a piece, like I said, again toward the weekend on gold. So we'll see what it does tomorrow, on Monday.
I use the NASDAQ scan key, hitting all those dark pools. A very good key to use if you're trading in any market, actually. It applies to find out if your broker does have access to that, as we do here at Day Trade the Win.
Yeah, but that's the thing about a routing key. It works in all markets, and thought maybe we'd get a little bit of a push here. And of course, look, there is that short sell report, and we talked about this earlier, potential issues with Lordstown here. And they're down that 20%. They tried to make a bit of a base. It's actually still trying to do it.
Alrighty. Pretty much done for today. Good stream, fast and low stream. Made some money on NASDAQ, Dow Jones 30, US 30, and gold today. So I'm happy about that. Alright, so sorry for the late stream. It is what it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Tesla's setting up the gap fill. Yeah, Tesla is trying to see if we make a bottom and try to continue going higher today. But I don't know. I mean, to be honest, we did have an extreme run on Tesla lately, so I don't know what we're gonna do now. I am a little bit more short bias on it, but that's just me. Looks like we're rejecting off the lows right over here. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm pretty much done for the day, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Check out the link in my bio for the course that I use and the systems that I trade. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you guys on Monday morning for the next live stream. All right. So